We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show.
We answer that and more. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2182. Today, Jill and I are talking about when to walk away from a land deal, even if it looks good. This is perfect timing because Jill and I just looked at 2 deals today where this was the situation, and I'll walk you through in detail what those transactions look like.
You know, before we get into this, I'd like to ask, let me ask you, I'm going to replace land deal with something else.
Yeah.
Like when to walk away from a supermodel, even if it looks good.
Wow. It's the same thing.
I'm wondering, I'm like, okay, let's just say, okay, when to walk, like, is there, like, would you do that? Or when
absolutely.
When would you walk away from a supermodel when it looks good?
When it's high, you know how it's going to end.
Okay.
When you know that the I can't say all this.
All right, we got
online.
that. Okay.
When you know that there is pain to get to
reward?
Yes. When that pain exceeds the reward. And you should know this if you know yourself at all. Unless you're like 17 or 18 years old and then you don't know yourself at all. Trust me, you don't. Then you need to walk away. Okay. And it's the same thing with the land deal. How about you?
I'm not done yet.
There's supermodels out there for you too, Jill.
When to walk away from a Jets pizza, even if it looks good.
Jets pizza?
Yes.
You mean like a pizza that's staring? It's all really
just
like
last
came right
night.
out of the oven?
Yeah, like when to walk away from that.
I've never done that.
Oh, well, all right.
Because
never.
Because there's no barrier. There's no problem to get to the reward.
Okay. All right.
You just pick the pizza up and put it in your mouth.
When to walk away from a classic car at half price.
One. If you don't have a garage space. That happened to me this week.
Thank you. Ding, ding. You're a keeper. You answered all 3 correctly.
I found a 1982 Corvette convertible, one of 35 ever made from of the C3s.
Are you really going to walk away from that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know why? Here's why. If they were numbered like all of our other cars, and they came out of the factory that way, it turns out it was a Carroll Shelby type aftermarket shop that made 35 of them.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay, got it. Oh, good.
They never came out of the GM factory that way.
Okay.
They didn't make them.
I don't have to build a bigger garage.
We have stackers in our garage now with a bunch of cars in there.
And it's still not enough.
And we need I can do roof surgery.
I know.
I've thought about that.
I know. Thank you.
What are we talking about? Supermodels and classic cars.
We got to that. Now we're going to go to each day of the show.
Each day of the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum, take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Okay. Jason wrote, I'm brand new with Land Academy and my wife is on board, but she says I'm always in my office working instead of helping around the house, even though we both have full-time W-2 jobs.
This still happens to me.
And 2 kids under the age of 10.
Oh, boy.
That's a lot. What do you guys think the outcome of this will be? We are much younger than you are, Jack and Jill. I would hope so. Could you imagine if we had kids under 10?
No. Geez, what would we do?
I don't even know how we did it then. I look at it now like, listen to me, I'm losing my voice from like a couple days with my girlfriends. I didn't, if I had to live with them, it'd be horrible.
Hey, Jason, I have one word for you and your wife.
Okay.
And hopefully if your kids are at 10 or close to 10, then they can get involved too. And this is the word, calendar.
Oh, that's fair. Schedule out some
because
time.
If she has a perception, even if it's untrue, that she's putting in more energy and effort into how to move forward in her relationship and her family, that only ends one way. And you can never, this is not gender specific. If you are in an unequal relationship or your spouse perceives that it's unequal, it doesn't even have to be unequal. You got to manage that right away. Trust me.
That was a good answer.
Are you in an unequal relationship?
Well, you know, perception is reality. No, I am not in an unequal relationship. Because you know why? Pretty much anything you ask, I'm going to say yes. That's our only problem is we're both like,
both
yeah,
of us.
you know, that does sound like a good, you know what? Either A, that sounds like a good idea, or B is, baby, if that's important to you, you go do it.
So here's a good example of that. I
Like the vet.
finished our taxes and submitted. I don't do the tax returns. I just do all the bookkeeping and manage the expenses and all of that stuff. So I manage our taxes. And today, and up to and including like signing everything, and I don't think Jill even left her desk. And so I just got a bunch of extra loving for that. That's Jill's love language, by the way. And so then it ends up, that's just how it worked out. That's how it works out with us. So, but she does a ton of stuff I can't stand doing. Like we're changing health insurance companies. There's this gap, 4 or 5 year gap between now and when Medicare, 5 or 6 years when Medicare
10.
kicks in.
20.
Anyway, I was trying to take that back somehow. I started down this Medicare path. It's not a good idea.
Oops.
And she's handling the whole thing.
Thanks.
You know, because I just don't speak that language, but I speak the tax language.
Yes, you do.
So it ends up being equal plus or minus 5%. But I'll tell you, when the kids are little and everybody's got a job and you're trying to do something great with your life from an entrepreneurial standpoint, that's hard. It's very, very hard. Any free time that you have, you just better make sure her life is better, not worse. And that's not gender specific.
Yeah, that's really good.
Today's topic.
When to walk away from a land deal, even if it looks good.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
When you look at a piece of real estate, a piece of land, and there's nothing, just like the supermodel pizza thing. You don't have to really go through a lot to get to the good stuff, to get the reward. Then you should do the deal. If you got the most amazing price, you're going to buy for $5,000 and sell for $182,000. But there's 19 things you need to do to get this deal done.
Good.
We walk away.
Including probate.
Probate,
6-month probate.
Access. It doesn't have access. That's what all these A's are for,
Oh
the
my
due
gosh.
diligence A's.
It's the side of a cliff.
That's what these A's are designed to do. These A's, if it has, if the answer to all the A's, due diligence A's that we've created, I'm not going to bore everybody and define it again. Mm-hmm. Please Google it or AI it. Land Academy A's. When those pass all eight A's, then you're good. Then you probably don't have to do anything to the piece of property to buy it for $5 and sell it for, what did I say, 180 or something? Buy it for $5, sell it for 40, something like that. That means that what happened is you sent out a mailer, the mailer worked for you. You utilized the leverage, the nature of the leverage of that mailer, and you're going to buy it, clean it up on the internet, not the actual asset itself, and resell it. That's what this business is designed for. Mm-hmm. It's not designed for you to go through problems.
I think this is important because I see a lot of people struggling to make a deal happen because they don't have the deal flow. And so they're pushing deals through when they should walk away. And they're seeing things that are not there. Like, well, the access isn't that bad. This one's closer to a road than that one was. I'm like, that, you guys, you shouldn't do either of them. Move on, kind of thing. So that's what I want to, bring to light. You have to have a lot to look at. And the more you have to look at, you're going to only pick the best one. That's one easy way to solve this. So when you're going like, okay, it looks good, but you know what? If you have 20 coming in this week and next week and last week kind of thing, you've got, holy cow, I've got 60 deals right now. I've got to look at. I don't know what to do. Guess what? You're going to line them all up like Jack just said. And we have our own CRM. You're going to pop them in there and you have all the A's in there and you can sort them by which A is your favorite, what makes sense to you, but make sure it has all of them and you're only going to pick the best ones.
The last A is abundance, meaning how many deals are you looking at right now?
Right.
And if your answer is 3, or your honest answer is, I'm looking at 3 deals and I know 2 of them are terrible, you're really looking at 1 deal.
Right.
And you're natural, this is human nature. You're going to try to get that deal done.
True.
You don't want to put yourself in that position. You want 20, 30, 50, 60 deals, and then it's real easy. The cream's going to rise straight to the top there.
Yep.
You got 2 or 3 deals that are smacking you in the face, and every single thing works here. I can't find a problem with it. I probably should buy it.
Perfect.
Join us tomorrow where Jill and I discuss what the next 5 years of land investing will look like. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
We're Jack and Jill.
Information
And inspiration.
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.